Hey everyone, this is Vicki with Vicki's Tinker Tales, and today I am going to be talking to you about what I normally pack in my park bag. I was a Disney travel agent for a number of years, and one of the most frequently asked questions was, what should I take into the park? So I'm going to take a few minutes today and go ahead and just show you what I'm going to be taking. My husband and I actually have a trip planned next month, and we'll be going for our 10-year anniversary. And so I wanted to go ahead and just, I thought this was a good time to go ahead and do a video like this. So first off, this is my park bag. Go figure, Tigger. This is a Loungefly park bag I actually got over at Box Lunch. Fantastic bags. They're very sturdy. They have these little side pockets on the side here. My water bottle's a little too big to put in here, but you could if you have a smaller one. They're on both sides. And the front pocket is perfectly large enough for me to go ahead and put my cell phone in. And then there's plenty of space in here. So I try not to fill it up too much because I like to put like little souvenirs also in here that I actually bring home from the park, pins or, stuff like that. So I'll show you. First off, I'm going to do the front pocket. What I normally keep is, first off, my cell phone. The things that I like to get, that have on hand super quick. So I do carry a little card holder, and then in it I'll have like my ID, and then there's a couple of slots for different cards that you can put in here. So it slips in there. It's just super easy, so it's easy to get to. Second, everybody should take hand sanitizer to a park. As magical a place it is full of stuff that we don't want to bring home with us or be touching all the time. So this is super, super good for keeping you safe. And I also like to slip a couple of these wipes in here as well. These are these Purell. They're Purell wipes or alcohol swabs, just to kind of get a fresh hand clean if you're not close to a restroom and don't have the ability to wash your hands right away, if they're sticky or whatever. Awesome. The other thing is I usually carry like a little bag in here, and in it I have my lip balm, and this is from the Rodan & Fields. It is in their Essentials collection. It's awesome. It's wonderful. It's super smooth. I usually use that underneath lipstick. If I'm doing any kind of pictures or anything like that, I'll stick this in there too and have them together. And then I usually keep a little jewelry pouch too. Sometimes you want to go from day to night. I change out my earrings, change out my shoes. But I have two different pairs of earrings, the ones I normally are going to be wearing to the park in here. And then if I don't have time to go back to the hotel before we're going to be doing like a nice dinner or something and want to kind of dress things up a little, I'll put a pair of earrings in there that's a little more fancier. Then, super important for your feet, I carry these. It's moleskin, fantastic for keeping blisters. I usually carry also band-aids with me too. I don't have them in front of me right now, but moleskin will save your feet. Okay, super important, especially when you're in California, is the skincare. You want to have a good sunscreen. Personally, I am a consultant for Rodan & Fields, so I just take the stuff that I have through that company with me. I use a regimen. I use actually two different ones, but the last bottle in the 4-piece regimen that I use is got a sunscreen in it. This is 30 SPF. So I take this with me and wear underneath. This is it's called Radiant Defense, and it is a tinted moisturizer. So I wear this actually as foundation. And then just for touch up, I've got I'll stick in there a mascara. On the windy days, I like to pull my hair up because I cannot stand it when it gets tangled. So I usually wear either a barrette or have a couple of hair ties. So I'll stick that in there as well. And then I carry with me kind of a makeshift kind of first aid kit. I think it's real important because I think a lot of people forget this sometimes because they're like, I'm all about having fun in the park. But for me personally, sometimes when I get super excited, I also get super winded. So I carry like a little pouch that has a few things that I absolutely have to have if there's any kind of emergencies. So when I do get a little winded, I have to use my inhaler. So I do have that, but I also keep icy hot. Never a bad thing to have, especially when you're traveling at the parks. You're gonna do a lot of walking. I carry some antibacterial, like triple antibiotic for those blisters, band-aids, whatever you have. If you get a cut, anything, this is really good to have as well. A couple of these. You never know when you're going to need them. It's always good. I wear glasses normally, so I always have a lens cleaner as well. Kind of help out with that. Nail clippers. I'm always breaking something. Hangnail, breaking a nail. My husband does it too. I always keep these. And then because occasionally I'll get a little claustrophobic and have a little trouble in a line with all the people around me, I carry a little thing of peppermint oil. Usually I'll put it on my wrist or right underneath my nose just to kind of have that soothing kind of smell around me, and it really helps to bring down my anxiety. So there's that. Let's go into this bag. This I carry is like a little electronics bag. It fits just absolutely perfect inside. It also has some of the 100 Acre Wood characters on it. There's Eeyore right here, Tigger, and it kind of looks like a map. It's really kind of cute. Actually, that came together with this bag, and there was one more that was larger, and actually, with this bag as well. But this one's a little too big to put inside the backpack. So I'll take it, but I usually put it in my suitcase just to kind of make sure that I have something that I can put. Sometimes I'll put like the pins that we've purchased inside of them to keep them, and I'll wrap them in tissue to keep them so they won't scratch, and then they're all together. So this I'm using as kind of like my electronics bag. First and foremost, I always bring a power bank. Always. You never know how long you're going to be out there, going to be shooting stuff, going to be taking telephone calls, using your video, using your camera. This actually has two different ends to it. I absolutely love this power bank. It is by Jackery. So first and foremost, they do also have where you can get the power bank from the park. There is a cost to it. I want to say it's like $30. You can also pop one in when it's expired and get another one. So that's kind of nice too that they have that service. I also carry a little charger in case for whatever reason something goes dead and I need more juice. Here's the for the outlet, and it's got two different ones so my husband and I can actually charge both of our phones at the same time if we need to. I normally do a lot of the pictures on my phone, but I also carry a little point and shoot. So I carry this Cybershot by Sony and just take whatever stills that I want to off of this. And that one runs on battery, so I always carry a couple of batteries extra. There's another power bank. And then my SD cards. And I've got 2 in their little cases, SD cards as well. So that's for that. Occasionally too, anytime that I'm going in to use the restroom to kind of freshen up, I always bring these like washcloths or like handy wipes or wet ones, whatever brand you guys like. It's always kind of nice to kind of do a freshen up. And then I carry this as well. Usually I carry something smaller, so like half the size, but I didn't have it with me, so I carry a little stick of deodorant just to kind of keep it all smelling nice. And because some of the medications that I do take, my mouth gets super dry, I always carry mints or hard candy. And I'll put those really in the front pocket too. Then I can't be anywhere without my glasses. So I have my glasses, but I also have a pair of sunglasses. Even in February when it is kind of cloudy outside, it's still good. You want to protect your eyes. You can't do anything better than using some sunglasses for protecting your eyes. The sun can be, pretty harsh, so you want to make sure that you're always protected. And then I always bring a couple. Normally I also have a Sharpie, but a couple of pens with me. Now, getting into my husband's, he actually likes to carry one of the ones that has the drawstring at top. And this is a Pirates of the Caribbean. Actually got this at a Disney outlet store in California, but he carries more of the bigger stuff. We'll put snacks in there. You can bring your own snacks into the park. We usually carry like granola bars, maybe a little container of some kind of fruit, fresh fruit, normally that we've gotten from like the complimentary breakfast at the hotel in the morning, apples, oranges, whatever. I'll usually carry like a trail mix kind of thing, or some kind of nuts, some kind of protein. So that's in this bag. Because this does not fit in mine, otherwise I'd put it in mine, I carry my autograph book. This one actually is really nice. It has a place for all of the different princesses, and then a blank place for any of the other characters that you want to get autographs from. I think this trip we're going to try to do a little more character meet and greets. We haven't done that in a long time. We always see them out, but we never stop. So this time I think we're going to go ahead and do that. Spend a little more time doing that. The next thing, he's got a little first aid. Oh, he has the first aid kit from here too. Okay, so there's Neosporin, Advil, and the bandages, all in this little case. Lanyard. You have to have the lanyard, especially if you're pin trader. We both are, so sometimes what we'll do is I see he's got a couple on here, have some of the traders that we already want to use, and wear this around the park because we both like to trade pins. And then sometimes the purchases that we actually end up getting, we'll put on here and then just wear them around the park. And then also we have this little, like a pass holder to hold our tickets. This has actually got the tickets for every single trip we've done. And the last thing that I have in here is just a whole bunch of these different sized like Ziploc bags. One, keep things safe and dry, especially if you're going on those water rides. I always also put, and I forgot to put them in here, but a pair of socks, an extra pair of socks. Because if you're walking around, it starts to rain, which most of the time in February when we go, it ends up raining at least one of the days. Sometimes our shoes will get a little wet, socks will get a little wet, after a while, you don't want those blisters to start. So I'll put an extra pair of socks in there, try to air out my shoes for a little bit. Maybe was sitting during a restaurant or whatever, and kind of air those out a little. And then put on a brand new pair of socks, and you're feeling like you're ready to go tackle the park again. But if you can't, for any reason, you don't want them touching all the stuff that's inside there that you're trying to keep nice. So I carry some of these Ziploc bags. That's really everything that we do inside the bags. The last thing that I always usually try to remember to do also is to carry some kind of water bottle. You cannot take a glass bottle into the park. There's at least, that I can think of, 5 different water fountains that you can use. Bottled water in the park is not cheap. It is anywhere from $3.50 to up on $5 a bottle. So you want to, if you can get it for free, why not, right? I fill this up with ice. I usually get a couple of refills before we're, really hitting the park hard. But stay hydrated. No matter what time of year you're there, you're running, you're moving, you're sweating, you need to stay hydrated. I just take this little carabiner, clip it onto my backpack, and have it dangle. I don't even care. You can also do it from your belt loop. My husband likes to take water bottles, stick them in his pockets. Whatever it is, make sure to always stay hydrated. If you can think of anything else that should be in a park bag, let me know in the comments below. And thank you for listening. Thank you for joining. Like this video, subscribe, and leave me a comment. What do you think my next video should be? I plan on doing a little vlogging when we're in California in February. The trip dates are from the 17th, which is our actual 10-year anniversary, to the 20th. We are also going to Universal Studios to kind of throw in a little extra, because I'm also a big Harry Potter fan, and I